Hey, welcome back to another Open Chat Live for July 14th, 2018. This is Total OS Today, Total Technology for Beginners and Beyond. Hope everyone is doing well. Awesome day here in Ohio. Hot and steamy and humid. Got my chores done and I'm good to go. Doing good, Jonathan. How are you? Hello, Noah. We'll give this a few minutes and we'll get started. How does that sound? So if any supporters missed the last two streams that I did, I know there's a couple of you. You can join me tonight as a thank you. Okay? I don't know how long I'll be on tonight. We'll see. We'll see. But I gotta. I know. Keegan, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, last night's show was fun. I did edit the funny snippet from last night. If I remember tonight, I'll post it tonight. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. But Noah, any comments or texting will be here, just here. Okay. So Robert and it's hot in MA2, but not too humid. Great pool weather. Yes, yes, it is. Exhausted and sunburned. I went to the pool for a little bit today, not too long. I don't want to get sunburned. I think I did okay. I don't feel anything. I wasn't out too late, so I'm okay. I did what I had to do today. I went grocery shopping, so I'm good. DJ Wolf, hello, hello. How are you? Waiting for Tim to join me as my co-host. Of course, Tim is a longtime supporter of the channel. So, let me see. Check my emails. Give me a second and we'll get. So I have a couple of news items for tonight. Just an open chat. Random topics. Let's see here. Yeah, there's at least two of you who missed the last two chats. We'll see if you guys jump on. Hopefully. Tim is back.
Good evening, Toss.
Well, it's all mine.
Well, you know, it's Saturday. That's the nasty rumor going around. We got halfway through the weekend. I was able to get my headache at bay last night. After we got done with the chat last night, I took a pharmaceutical to help with the headache, and I woke up this morning seeing reindeer. So
nice.
But we're feeling great tonight.
You can see Tim is broadcasting from his semi-light, semi-darkness room. He has an idea for a horror movie, so we're just working up by. I don't.
There we go. Now you guys can see my ugly
Okay,
face.
I don't want to think, you know, these guys thinking, gee, what's up with Tim? He's in the dark, you know.
As always.
Oh, man.
For me, it's just a different level of darkness. Sometimes a ray of light peeks through.
Understood. Let's see. On the upside, I got to spend the week with my Sicilian Bostonian brother. Sicilian Bostonian. Nice.
Go.
A good chat needs a good cup of coffee. Well, I'll tell you what I have. Speaking of food.
Here we go.
I'll tell you what I had.
We're starting early with this tonight.
I got the Pepsi.
Yep.
And I got saltwater taffy from Atlantic City. Should I have one now and torture? Nah, I won't do it because it'll be like, so for tonight. No, I won't do that. Yeah, one of my friends went to Atlantic City, took his mom, and had to watch a couple of his cats. And he says, how about if I thank you with saltwater taffy? I'm like, yeah.
There you go.
Peter Brown, hello.
You know, there are so many things that I used to eat when I was younger, and now the only thing they do is cause a dentist bill.
Really?
And saltwater taffy is one.
Well, I haven't had this years, you know. So I figure You know, that whole box will last me maybe a week. But I've been brushing more too, so you know.
There you go.
I brush more with. I actually use baking soda and hydrogen peroxide and toothpaste. So yeah, after I eat that, if I do it tonight, you have to brush.
Yep.
I bought some new dental floss. It's like those floss sticks, you know, and it seems to work. Haven't had any cavities lately, but that'll probably change with the taffy.
A cavity or two, yank out a filling. One here, one
Been there, done that. No, thank you. My last dentist bill was like $700. I think I'm done. All right, we'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll go into a little bit of news. Some news that's completely nonsense, in my opinion. I mean, it's real, but it's nonsense. But we'll give it a few more minutes for this open chat. If we have any newbies passing by, please do say hello. And if you're not a newbie, get off. No, I'm just kidding, just kidding. Twilly? Is it Twiley? Twilly. Are you new? Welcome. We have a custom. If you're new, we have to say hello to Twilly. Hello?
Hello, Twilly. Your thought on Ubuntu 18.04 versus Fedora 28.
You want to take that first?
Sure, I'll give her a run.
Okay.
Inherently, the two OSs, Ubuntu 18.04 is going to be, in my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, is going to be a little bit better of a bet. And I might be biased in saying that because I am more of a Ubuntu or Ubuntu-based type of a guy. The Fedora version, the RPM-based stuff, I don't fool around with that much.
Yeah.
But Fedora is kind of inherently, just by definition, is kind of a test bed for Red Hat. It's not to say that it's not stable, but I do believe that with Fedora, they have made some pretty decent strides as of late. I think the last couple of revisions to have the, the simple stuff like the codecs and everything else for multimedia included in it. As with any Linux distribution, run whatever works good for you, and run whatever works good for your hardware. Myself, personally, I've had problems with Ubuntu 18.04 based distros, with the exception of one, just with my hardware. And again, that's a brand new release. Once they get to the 18.04.1 release, I'm guessing that I will have a lot better of luck. And we'll go from there. Fedora, I've had a little bit of experience before they had all the codecs put in, and you have to add in like RPM Fusion or RPM something or other repositories. Once you do that, you got a pretty good distro.
Well, the question was my thoughts between Ubuntu from Twilly or Twiley. I said it right. My thoughts on Ubuntu 18.04 and Fedora 28. This is a simple answer, not to be funny. My thoughts on the two is I don't think of Fedora because it's not for newbies. Not to disparage it or trash it. Tried it a couple times. There's more to do. So hands down, Ubuntu works. I've tested it. In fact, downloaded the beta, tested it. It was great. Deleted it, installed the final version of Ubuntu. Hands down. At least for people who just wanted to work out of the box and not tinker between Ubuntu and Fedora, I would have to go with Ubuntu hands down. And that's my simple answer. Twiley is not new to GNU Linux. Nice. Okay. Very good. Okay, let's get Ben on here. Ben is a longtime supporter of the channel. Give me a second. Yeah, there's a Dan that we want to jump on, and somebody else. I know there was somebody from last night. His internet went out.
Yeah, that was Dan. That was Daniel Kovacs.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. So Dan. Anyway. I probably should send him an email because I felt bad he couldn't join, because he did reply, says he would like to come back. In fact, let me see if I can send him an email.
Cool. One other thing, Twilly, when you're looking at, hang on one second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry about that. One other thing you may want to keep in mind is, so far as the desktop environments, both Ubuntu 18.04 and Fedora 28 have GNOME desktops. However, Ubuntu, of course, has their take on the GNOME desktop. They're trying to kind of stick with the look and feel of Unity. If you want a out-of-the-box, pure vanilla GNOME shell experience on your desktop, Fedora 28 is one of the good ways to go.
Let me send Dan. He sent me his email, so let's see if I can get him on here if he's around. I know it was a last-minute thing, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. All right. See what happens. Let's see. Charlie, has anyone given Kden Live 1808? Not yet. That's the latest beta app image, I think. Charlie, I have not yet. I've had good luck with 1804. It seems okay. Noah, you don't like the freaking sidebar in Ubuntu? Okay. Well, then don't use it. But I have not tried the latest Kden Live, no. I believe there's a app image and a flat pack. No snap yet for Kden Live, which is unusual. You would think by now. Yeah.
I was just looking at the Snap store. Let's see if that's still the case.
Hi, Heather.
Hello, Heather.
Roommate uses Kodi, okay.
Nope, nothing there for Kden Live yet.
Okay.
Not for so far as a snap.
Let's see. What is here? Hot deals from Amazon. Anything I can share with you guys for Amazon? Let's take a look. I get promo codes at least once a week. Last night I forgot to post them, but if you guys want to support the channel or sponsor a live event, check out the links below if you would, please. Let's see if Amazon has anything good. Kenny, you're watching on Windows 7. Nothing wrong with Windows 7. It's still good. They say it's the last good Windows. I don't know.
Charlie, this had a question. Why do we have to wait for Distro XYZ to support hardware instead of drivers being made as an open source industry standard so vendors can write a driver once and work on all distros? Well, there's a lot of things that go into the development, and
yeah,
when you start talking about hardware support, that ends up being more of a kernel issue. It's not really left up to, say, the Ubuntu team as such. However, somebody like Ubuntu, with the wealth of people they have working on the distro at any one time, they're able to work out some of those niggles. But it's a very good question, Charlie, and that's one of the things that if we were able to do that, it's kind of what we had talked about a little bit last night. Too many cooks spoils the stew.
Well, that's the thing, Charlie. It's okay. So, which distro do we make standard? Who will run these standard drivers? There's too many. This fragmentation. There's too many egos. Probably politics. You have to start with one. We'll call it ABC Linux or whatever. You pick one, make it the best it can be out of the box. Ready to work. No bugs, drivers ready to go. And that'll probably sell. In fact, I know it will, if it's priced right. Especially if you can sync with Android. When that sells, now you get people interested in Linux in general. Now you can get the other developers. Well, since ABC Linux, let's shoot for Debian, or well, Debian isn't really newbie friendly. Linux Mint or whatever. But you have to plant a seed in consumers' minds. Whatever distro it doesn't matter. Even Debian, if it's made easy, I suppose, if it's possible. But you plant that seed so people walk into Walmart or Best Buy, whatever Micro Center store. They see that, oh, ABC Linux, and this is $100 less than Windows. And what does this do? Oh, I can do everything with this and that, and it's $100. I think I'll give it a shot. 30-day money-back guarantee. Why not? Yep. And if it works out of the box, and it doesn't take 2 days to do updates, imagine that. Of course it'll sell. Now that family tells his cousin, his brother, tells another family. It's like a snowball effect. And if that will happen, Charlie, then we'll see a standardized. But until then, forget about it.
And probably the best hope that we have of seeing that happen is probably with Google. They seem to be doing some things in the right direction. Chrome OS, of course, is based on Gentoo, and Chrome, the Chrome OS developers are working diligently on getting Linux apps to run on Chrome as well. So depending upon where that goes, there might be,
right.
that could be a light at the end of the tunnel for us, and some of us hope for that diligently.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, Toss.
Good evening. Welcome. We'll get started on a topic soon. I'm still waiting for at least 2, maybe more, but I think there were 2 supporters of the channel who wanted to jump on and couldn't, the last 2.
Yeah.
So hopefully, because I'm going to make room here for them, assuming that they see this or get the email. So,
Right.
I tried, it was kind of last minute. Anyway.
How are you guys today?
Good. Doing good.
Doing great.
Yeah.
How are you, Ben?
Oh, I had an early birthday dinner with my family tonight.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
27. Monday, this coming Monday, I turned 27.
27 years of age. I would have never have guessed that. I thought you were about 20 or 21.
No. My buddy Donovan's 21. He's bringing bourbon and, what is it, Fireball for my birthday.
Well,
So,
Cool,
yeah, we're
everybody.
gonna get
Say hello.
down.
Say hi. Say happy birthday to Ben. Birthday Ben.
Woohoo! I had coffee cake this evening.
Anna Rita's in the house.
Not coffee cake. I had cookie cake this evening.
Well, I think Anna Rita may cook something special just for you, Ben.
Oh joy, he's gonna get crazy. Thank you, Anna Rita. You're welcome. You're welcome to do that, my friend. That's nice of him.
See, she said yes.
Anna, thank you, my friend. Thank you very much.
Ben,
Okay,
I'll
so-
I'll send you a virtual saltwater taffy. There you go.
Oh God, that's okay.
It's mine.
Well,
One of my friends went to
I'm
Atlantic
doing
City.
my mother a favor, by the way. I'm giving her my old Core2 Duo computer. I'm gonna put Windows 7 on it and help her out.
Okay.
I was gonna give her Linux. I gave her the idea, but she said no. Don't do that. I'm located
Anna Rita
on
says,
that.
"I am not the Vuk of the house." Oh.
Thank you, Dan, for that wonderful birthday message. Thank you very much. All right.
Chase Thomas has joined the chat.
Yes.
I haven't
Thank
seen
you,
Chase
Chase,
before.
for dropping in.
Chase, if you're new, we're gonna say hello to Chase.
Howdy, Chase. Welcome to the fun.
You know, his avatar leads me to believe he uses Linux Mint.
Could be. Little
Could be.
hint.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was just checking Discord messages.
Send her some Vegemite, Kenny.
That's funny, Doss. Yeah, so
No
I'm having
no
like,
Vegemite.
I kind of
Hey,
think that
Chase.
I kind of think that Vegemite is kind of one of those things that you would send to somebody that you may not be too fond of.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Toss.
Yes.
Just so you know, later tonight, maybe before Big Daddy Linux or afterwards, I might do a live Arch install with GNOME 2 on top of it.
God, why do you guys are punishment?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Mr. Crazy.
Why don't you make it easy on yourself and walk on a bed of nails? It's less painful.
But see, here's the thing. His brother's going to show up with Fireball and assorted other liquors.
Right. Yeah.
That'll be a fun install to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Nuts.
I haven't seen DT lately. A few days. Is he recovering from an unstable distro syndrome? Unstable distros. I kind of like that. Unstable distro syndrome.
I told him one day, you know what, if I wanted to deal with all the crap you deal with, I'd just sit here and hit myself repeatedly in the head with a frying pan. And he said, yeah, some days it kind of feels like that, so I don't know.
Well, he tried to do Ghost BSD instead of Windows 10.
Yep.
I'm like, uh-oh. I think he's kind of hoping he should have done Windows 10, you know.
Well, I know that he went crazy.
I tried today as a update for the folks in the chat today. I've had a recent fascination with Chromebooks and Chrome OS, specifically because they're able to certain machines are able to put Linux apps on now.
Yeah.
And I downloaded Cloud Ready from a company called Neverware. Free download. It's Cloud Ready is based on Chromium OS, which is the open source version of Chrome OS. And did everything right, followed the instructions to a T.
Yeah.
Tried to install it, botched my machine. And
oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
So,
okay.
But I don't know. It's probably the user error type of a deal, I'm guessing.
And tell her hi from us.
She's going to bed already?
Was it something I said? No, just kidding.
What she's really doing, I bet, is she's going to go upstairs and she's going to grab her
Windows 7.
She's going to grab her phone and she is going to watch us secretly. I bet you.
So that's how it works, huh? Hi. Funny. Maybe I should have dressed up for the wifey, you know. I mean, I did get a new polo shirt, as you can see, this nice teal color, you know.
That is a snazzy color. I was going to tell you.
Yeah, I got it. It was on sale. Yeah, I got 2 of them. This and pink, because it's summer.
Yep.
Yeah. I got these actually on sale at JCPenney of all places. They had my size for tall men, and they fit. So here's a plug for JCPenney. They do sell tall man stuff.
I think we only have one JCPenney left in Minnesota.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, there were rumors about them shutting down a bunch. I hope not, because we had a Macy's. They went out. Sears went out. I did have some luck at Sears of all places for clothes for tall people. They went out. Our mall's falling apart. It's kind of sad.
Did you see Anna Rita's comment? Wife thinks you're cute even for a lesbian toss.
Hi.
Oh, God.
I was gonna say I go something, but this is a family channel. Never mind.
Oh my goodness.
Well, tell her that I think you guys are cool too. I don't know what to say. But always fun chatting with you, Anna Rita, and the wife. Best Buy's next to go out. I don't know. They might survive, Joe Johnson, because they have store within the store concept vendors like Apple buying space, renting out. So they may survive. They may survive.
Yeah, it's
We
not
shall
specifically.
see.
It's not specifically Best Buy that's paying the rent.
Right.
Yep.
Too bad for Sears. Yeah, I don't know. They might go under. I hate to see that. Someone has a speaker hum. I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either.
Yeah. Charlie, will you stop using Windows? How many times I gotta tell you, man? No, I'm just kidding, just kidding. Yeah, I don't hear it, Charlie. Yeah. I hear a little bit of hiss in the back, but that's normal.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anna Rita, you are just a messenger. Okay, well, thank you for giving me that awesome message. Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't know what you look like. You used a avatar green. Dreaming Wolf. Hi. I hope I'll dream tonight of something good. It's been a while since I've dreamed of, like, you know, the ocean and vacation, a supercomputer. Download Mr. Chromebox, Charlie says, and install Gallium OS. Got it. Go on the Casual Mail site and get stuff for Tall. And that's what it's called, Casual Mail? Okay, I will remember that. Casual Mail. Okay. Like I said, I've had usually good luck with pennies, and the price is right. Anna Rita, you're a cute little woman of 41 who is 5 feet tall. Okay. Awesome.
No, she's not 41. She's on her 12th anniversary of her 29th.
That's right. No, she's 31 plus tax.
There you go.
A little bit of
Yeah.
tax. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Sears. I heard they were in trouble. Pennies, I think they did shut down some stores. I mean, their clothesline and their pricing seems fair, at least here. It may be in different cities pricing. I am not gonna buy clothes online. Not for a tall guy like me, 6'2", 185. I gotta try them on. I mean, it's one thing if I order a computer. I'm not gonna try on a computer, or I'm ordering RAM. I'm not gonna, wear RAM like shoes. I don't have to do that. But clothes, I want to go in, touchy, feel it. Yeah. A lady is always 24. I agree. 25 for Anna? Yes. 25 plus tax.
Joe Johnson says Best Buy will go out of business because the staff are idiots and they don't stock things people want. Best Buy is kind of the... Every so often anywhere you go, whether you're buying a shirt,
yes,
or you're buying a TV or a computer,
yes,
or a phone, you get good sales associates, and you can get bad sales associates. But
the last time I went window shopping. And if I recall, I went in there. They did have, I think they had the camera that I would want to buy. I think it was a Canon. I forget the price. It was between $500 and $900, something like that. But they had the camera. They usually have computers lined up to pick one that you want. Of course, I wouldn't need help personally. There was an Apple representative there. But overall, at that time, they pretty much had what I wanted to buy if I was in the market to buy anything. But that's me. I can't speak for anybody else. Looking back, tons of TVs, but I don't need that. I remember seeing that. Hugo, you had a blast last night. It was fun. I actually edited a piece from last night, a funny snippet. If I remember tonight, I will upload it later. It's pretty funny. It was about Tim's Frankenstein thing, but anyway, it was kind of funny. I didn't realize how funny it was that I replayed it. I'm like, gee, I was silly last night. But getting back to Best Buy, Joe, for me, they seem to have, now, who knows if I go back but I would imagine they would have at least a few desktops to choose from, or a monitor or cameras. That's my guess. So I don't know. I'll let you guys know when I'm ready to shop. I'll have a report. Best Buy has them on display but not in stock. They don't stock computers anymore? Really? Wow. I don't know. I guess I can go to their Best Buy website, find the computer I think I would buy, and just check to see if it's in stock or online only. I guess that's one way to find out. So, but if they have no computers in stock, then what's the point? I'll just go to Amazon.
Walmart is actually not doing bad with the machine. They don't have tons of machines in stock.
Yeah,
but they have some. They have a good array. They have a good selection of machines in their stores as a rule.
Okay.
They got a fair amount online as well.
Let me check real quick. Then we'll go to some topics, some news items for tonight. Just out of curiosity, because I really don't know.
Yeah.
The last time I bought a computer there for my boy for us to play with years ago, they had it in stock. It was an all-in-one, desktop monitor in one big box. Let me see here. No, I don't want to sign up. Thank you.
$9,000, man.
What?
Oh,
Tux 1313 said maybe a $9,000 MacBook for a laptop. Oh my gosh.
Let me see. Let me full screen. You might see the light blaring in my face here. But let's see what they have. Let's go with price point. I don't know. Well, I don't want Apple, so let's go brand. Only 3 brands: HP, Dell, and Acer. I guess we'll go with Dell. Doesn't Dell play nice with Linux? I think so.
Right now,
Okay. Let's go Dell.
I like, if you're not doing any kind of games or nothing, I like the Inspiron models.
Okay. There's a Ryzen one, and gee, not a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Unavailable.
Unfortunately, Best Buy doesn't really sell many computers anymore.
Okay, so this one for $1,000 is available to be picked up at the store, but only one. Oh wow.
Sheesh. That's sad, man.
It's the Ryzen 5 series. That's the slower one, isn't it? Or
no, I'm running a Ryzen 5 on my tower. I'm having no problem.
It's good? Okay. Oh, here's Ryzen 7.
Ryzen 7 is more worth the money, man. I swear.
$600 more or $500 more? I don't know.
Listen, you will get more life and more appreciation.
Wow, not a lot to choose from for computers. Joe, you're right. Yeah. I mean, they have one in stock, but geez.
I get you. Well, I'm just saying, man. You'll get more. You'll get more for your money out of that Ryzen 7.
Okay. All right.
Being honest with you.
All right. I don't know. I mean, if they really only have 1 or 2 to choose from, I'll just go on Amazon and search that way.
Yeah, Amazon is probably better to go with than Best Buy.
Yeah. But I don't mind driving to Pittsburgh. If they have it in stock, I'll buy it. Because it's there. It's in front of me.
How far is Pittsburgh from your town?
About 30 minutes. 30-minute drive. It's not that far. Yeah, it's not that far. So.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. I've had HP in the past, and I read it's okay. It was a long time ago. It was over 10 years ago, but
yeah,
it seems okay.
I got a HP laptop here from 2011, the ProBook 4530S, and I put a SSD in it, some more RAM. It's still good.
I've thought about building. There are a couple of drawbacks to building. I got to have Windows as a backup. Got to.
Yeah, of course.
That adds to the cost, at least $100. The second thing is, what if I build and something goes wrong? Now I got to search myself what's not working. If you buy one piece from one manufacturer, it's defective. It's their problem, not mine. So I'm not going to build it just to save $50 or $100. If that's all I'm going to save, to me, it's not worth it. It just isn't. I'd rather have it ready to go with the specs I want. Now, I will consider a refurbished one with the warranty. Save a few $100. I've done that before. But that's just my... Now, if I wasn't going to buy Windows or use Windows at all, I would probably consider. But I got to have Windows as backup. There's just no Linux yet to fully replace a Windows machine. There just isn't. No, maybe one day. Yeah, HP is okay, Joe. Yeah. And the printer, I have an HP printer that works great with Linux. Oh, Daniel, join us. You were one of the people who missed it. Daniel is a supporter. Thank you, Daniel. I sent you an email. Use the link, Daniel. Please join us. I'm glad I caught you. I was thinking about that tonight. So.
Omega Beast is in the house. How are you doing tonight,
welcome,
friend?
Yeah.
You got the email, Daniel? Try jumping on that link if you can. A lot of Mac laptops are 3,000 to 4,000 in Australia. Wow.
Well, isn't their cheapest laptop the MacBook Air, the little like 11 or 12-inch thing, and they're like
the smaller one? Yeah.
And then they go up. I mean, they go up quite a bit from there, don't they?
Yes. Like I said, I'm going to refrain from final judgment until I can have one in my hands, if I can get a one day to play with. And honestly, if it was one of those things where I bought it and Kenny says overpriced, and I thought it was overpriced, like a ripoff, I would probably donate it to someone that need, like a high school kid or a college kid. I would say, here, this is for you, because it ain't for me. I would do that. Do something, good with the overpriced machine. So, Daniel, welcome.
Hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I caught you.
Too loud, too light?
Say something more.
Hello.
Sounds okay.
Sounds
One,
like
Sounds fine to me.
I think we have somebody else wanted to join. Give me a second here. Glad I caught you, Daniel. Sorry I missed you on the other night's stream.
Well, you come home from work and find out the internet is dead.
Yeah, gee, so it's okay now?
Yeah, they fixed it this morning. Last night I was getting by on my cell phone hotspot, piped through a old laptop computer using 32-bit Peppermint 9, piped through a old 23-inch monitor because I'm blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got by last night. It all worked great. It just I didn't want to push it over the limit.
What internet service do you have?
I have Frontier Communication DSL.
I'm not familiar. Here we have Comcast. It's pricey, but it does work.
The Frontier usually works too, but about once a year it goes out, and then I got to call them and do the wooba gooba on the phone. And last time I went out, they had to come out and put in a new modem because they had upgraded the entire system and didn't send anybody modems for it.
Omega Beast wants to share a link. Dan, where are you located?
I'm located in Michigan.
Omega, go ahead and let me see here. You want to share a link? Hang on.
I'm about 30 miles from Flint and about 40 miles from Detroit.
Okay. There was a news article I wanted to mention last night about Detroit, Michigan. Oh, Elon Musk wants to use his good fortune to help with the water crisis in Michigan. And he's worth billions, whatever, so good for him.
Sure. Back when they had real problems, I went up to Flint and I helped with my pickup truck distributing. I never seen so much bottled water in my entire life.
Well, yeah, because I guess the entire system was cooked, fried, toasted, however you want to call it.
Well, the story is Flint was on the Detroit water system, which was a pretty decent system, but Detroit was hosing them in dollars for water, so they decided to get their water from the Flint River and run it through their own recycling system, and it kind of didn't work as well as anticipated. On top of Flint's aging water pipes, which some of them still had lead piping in them.
I saw the story on that a couple of years ago. I think there was even, I could be wrong, I think there was even a press conference with then candidate Hillary Clinton. She promised to do something if elected. I think I saw, I'll get to that Flint thing in a moment, but there was a video, there was a news article out west in Arizona. And Charlie, I have looked at System 76, a little bit pricey for me, but they seem good. A lawmaker, I don't know if he was a congressman or, but he was a lawmaker out west. He gets pulled over for speeding, and he's going like 120 in a 55 or 60. I mean, he's flying.
Wow.
The cop pulls him over, and this guy is bragging, "Hey, you should have seen me. Like last week, I was going 140, and I can do what I want because I have immunity." He flashed his ID. I'm like, the cop's like, "I'm sorry, it's unsafe what you're doing." So I guess the cop gave him a warning. I'm like, "I'm sorry. You throw his butt in jail to send a message." Now maybe the cop didn't want to get in trouble. I get it. Power corrupts. But if I was the cop, I would have said, "Just for that, I'm going to charge you. I'm going to give you a double bill and get your butt in jail now." But
that's the time you start looking for equipment violations, this, that, and everything else.
Yeah.
Really. Safety trumps everything else.
And this guy was bragging. Now, what's funny and not, a lawmaker has no respect for the law. It's that simple.
Bad.
It's that simple. Well, like the saying goes, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yes, it does.
Until someone somewhere sends a message, if you do something like that and you brag about it, that you were going faster with total disregard, with the possibility of killing someone, including yourself, don't even give him the ticket. Put him in handcuffs, drive him straight to jail. Here's a phone call. But
let the justice system sort it all out.
I remember years ago, when rich people go to jail. Yeah, it's a country club jail. Can I go there?
Martha Stewart type.
Oh my God! Lawmakers are above the law. Some are. Now that one guy, he was in charge of Trump's. What's his name? Paul Manafort. He was in a country club jail. Now he's taken out. They sent him to a real jail, I guess. He's probably like, "Crap, I gotta go to jail." Duh. That was funny. Now that's how you send an example.
Well,
that's even worse.
My experience has been is that the lawmakers that are above the law are the ones who are the most dishonest. The ones who tend to be honest in their dealings, forget about political parties or anything else.
Yeah.
The ones who are honest take accountability, and they tend to not be above the law.
Right. Kenny, restart your browser if it's buffering, because it seems okay on my end.
It seems fine for me.
Yeah. Hello, Paul. Welcome.
Paul's in the house.
I don't have any problems here with law enforcement. I'm friends with a few, more than a few. I know by first name, and I don't have any problems here. But then I don't go speeding either,
I don't either.
Yeah, you know, it's especially with potholes. Potholes will slow you down.
They'll tear your car to shreds.
Yeah.
We have bad ones here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's especially at night. That's why I tell my son with his first car, yes, you have a nice heavy SUV, but that doesn't mean it's indestructible. So
Any car can be damaged.
hello there.
Evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Doing good.
Awesome.
That's kind of cool.
All right. I think we have enough people here. I have a few news articles. Once again, welcome everyone. And again, if there's anybody new, please don't be shy. Say hello. This is Total OS Today. Obviously, OS is for operating systems today. My name is Carmine. My co-host Tim. In semi-darkness there. And then my other friends here on the chat.
Hey,
But
before
this-
you
Yeah,
before
go
you
ahead.
get going, how's your new batteries in your lawnmower doing?
It's great. The one night I'll do a Black and Decker stream for free. And it won't I love Black and Decker.
Very interesting.
I was interesting how long the runtime was on it and how high a grass can you get away.
I bought it new. Mike Washburn, hi. Paul R. Reed, hi. I'm just trying to say hello to everyone who I think is new here. I bought it at Lowe's 6 years ago. Black & Decker was on sale, cordless. It was on sale for like $300. And they said, we have 30 days. It's a 2-year warranty, including the battery. Then it's worth it. So I bought it. The battery lasted actually 5 years. Till it, I couldn't. So I went online. Now, if I got the official battery pack, it's $130. I'm not going to do that. But I went to what was it? Amazon or Walmart? It may. I think it was Amazon. They had them on sale. It's 3 12-volt batteries. It's
They're gel cells.
You know what? It's like the size of the speaker.
Yeah.
Just to give perspective. Like
That's
380, 12 volt.
That's a big battery.
Yeah, maybe not quite as. I mean, it's going to be thicker, but maybe not quite as long. But there are 3 of them in like lined up in series. I took 6 screws out. The hood or the cover, plastic pops up, and there it is. Unplugged the positive negative leads, took out the batteries, popped in the new ones, and they were already charged. I can cut my entire lawn. Now, if it's wet, I got to raise it up because it will drain the battery, like if it clogs.
Now, we don't know how big your lawn is.
Oh, well, I should have taken some pictures, but I have the front of the house. I have the back of the house. But then I have a corner lot, which is a lot. It is a lot. I don't know the exact measure. Maybe one day I'll shoot some video and show you. But I can do it. I can do the entire lawn, if I so choose to, on one full charge, which is the front, back, and the rear. Now, I don't let it grow too tall because it gets clogged and it doesn't cut right. I got to do it over, But one full charge, I can do the entire lawn as long as I charge it overnight. Then I'll grab my cordless trimmer. It's a Toro, plug for Toro, and that still works with the original battery. I charge that and I start trimming. But all it is, I plug it in, the charger. It's almost like an oversized cell phone charger. Plug it in. Next morning, like if I charge it tomorrow morning, I unplug it. I plug in the key, if you want to call it a plastic key. Pull back on the thing, hit a button, and it's like starting a car, like a newer car, and it hums. It's quiet, It comes with a rear bag, or sometimes I won't let it bag. But I haven't seen a gas station for a lawnmower in 6 years plus. It's great. So, and there's no maintenance. Either it runs or it doesn't run.
I've never seen one, so that's why I'm asking all the questions.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. I mean, there's no gas, there's no filter, there's no oil change, there's no muffler, there's no spark plug, there's no cranking it,
This is Michigan here. We build cars and everything drinks gas.
Of course. Of course. But I haven't had any issues. It works. When I have to clean it, I bought a Black & Decker leaf blower, and that's how I clean it. And on humid days, I'll turn the leaf blower on me, flip it on me, and cool myself off. It's great.
Oh,
man,
leaf blower is a nice tool. They even work good in the wintertime when you get a nice powdered snow on your car.
Ah, yeah.
You can go out there, and sometimes that'll lift the snow off your windshield.
Yes.
That's what I call portable air conditioning.
Right. And the blower's like, I think it was a $35 corded, not cordless. I should have got cordless looking back, but I'm not going to use it all the time or that much. But yeah, I got the Black & Decker leaf blower, the mower. I got a drill, but I think that might be Craftsman. But maybe Black & Decker makes Craftsman drills. I don't know. But yeah, I love Black & Decker. What can I say?
Both of the cordless drills I have are Black & Decker. Toss, can you mulch with your mower too?
Yes.
You can. Okay.
Yeah.
This came out of nowhere just a few minutes ago. I just went on the distro watch to see what's going on. Arco Linux 6.9.1 just literally released.
Okay. I think it's a silly name because they named it after an oil company, Arco.
Yeah.
At least here in the States.
Look at Ben. Ben is feverishly downloading it now.
I know. He's like, oh,
I already
Arco.
downloaded it, man.
Okay.
I've actually been talking to Ben for a little while now, helping him to get this thing going.
That's for sure.
Yugen says, "Be careful about plugging things." His Linus Tech was banned from after mentioning another company named Twitch. Why was he banned with Twitch? He was really banned. Linus, he's like he has like 5 gazillion subscribers too, but he was banned. Oh, because it's a competitor. Ooh, I bet. Well, I don't think Black & Decker is going to start making videos anytime soon.
No.
Or Sears Craftsman. So I think I'm a safe. Yeah.
Remember, do not put him back in the bathroom. I'm going to do that tomorrow after I clean the bathroom.
Someone's talking in the background. Anyway.
It's not my family.
Okay.
I don't know whose family that is.
All right. Okay.
Not me.
Not me.
Who's left?
It isn't me.
I know.
The heck that is.
Distro hopping, just have AAA as well. Yeah, we have Arco. We got to keep it car thing. We'll have AAA distro, the Automobile Association of America distro. Sure, have a car team.
Yeah. So Toss, I'm downloading Arco. Awesome right now.
Well, let us know how it works. All right, I got a couple of news items. Once again, thank you for stopping by for the stream. Yeah. I do these, usually try to get these done on the weekends when I have nothing else going on. It's an open chat, random topics. I got some news items. If you would like to sponsor a stream or their channel, check out the links below with PayPal and Patreon. I did put a affiliate link for Amazon. Joe says you have a Black & Decker weed whacker rechargeable. Great, yeah. Black & Decker just works. It just works.
You're taking Amazon now?
I got well. They accepted me as an influencer. Ooh.
You want Black & Decker products, I presume.
Yes, Black & Decker. Hint. Actually, no. They don't make desktops. Sorry, Black & Decker. But HP, Lenovo. Anyway, I really need the new faster computer. But anyway. All right, yes, smash the like button. Well, don't smash it, but All right, let's go through some news items again. Welcome all. If you have any questions or you're stuck on something, let us know in the chat, please. Okay. All right. Well, this is from Facebook. Facebook will not remove fake news.
Like I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Facebook says it will not remove fake news, because it does not violate community standards. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Being misleading in line does not violate a standard.
Let me see what else it says here. But they will, however, take the fake news and demote it.
Demote it.
So fake news does not violate. Really? Interesting. Oh. Well, in that case, Facebook is based out of Bangladesh. It's run by 500 to 600 llamas. And well, I'm not violating their policy, so if it's your standard, hey, you know.
There goes the money on this one.
I know, demonetized.
Actually, they put it on the back burner until they start running out of advertisements.
Oh my God.
I mean, I can go even further. Trump and Hillary are dating. Why not? You know, it's.
Trump's married.
Uh-huh.
Did that ever make a difference for a politician?
And the point is, anyway. But yeah, they'll have the news demoted. Okay, so I'll stick with my llama story. Thank you.
I just don't trust Facebook at all.
I have it for friends and family. I don't post a lot of YouTube stuff. I don't want to degrade YouTube anymore than me being on it. But
well, I got Linux. I got this wonderful family that came along with it, and then they started really talking down the Facebook, and I started investigating, and I'm like, I really don't need this anymore, so I quit using it less and less. Now I'm ready to just delete it.
Mike says if lying was banned, there would be little to watch. That's true. That's very astute.
I agree.
Yeah. That is astute. Okay. All right.
Well, some countries, they start cutting off your fingers, your toes.
Excuse me.
You know, until you stop doing that.
By the way, Steve's very own. I believe you are a supporter on the channel. If you want to come on, just send me email at totalwesttoday1@gmail. If you want to jump on. All right. Let's. So that was Facebook. Well, for all you Blockbuster video fans, sad news. There's only one store left in the U.S. Really. The store is in Bend, Oregon. There were two other stores in Anchorage and Fairbanks, Alaska, and they're gone. So there's one holdout Blockbuster Video in Oregon.
Well, isn't that because everybody out in Oregon wants to go off the grid so they don't have cable TV or anything?
That's actually not a bad idea, right?
Wouldn't that be the kind of the idea there?
Well, let me see what else it says. Yeah.
Because Blockbuster actually is down to one store doesn't mean video stores have gone away. We have two family video stores that just opened up around here.
I would go to one if we had one. I like browsing, but you know, we don't have any. The store manager was surprised. It's pretty exciting that we are the last holdout. A bit of nostalgia, yeah. And well, good for them. I used to go to those quite a few times in Orlando when I lived there. But yeah.
P.S. Anybody want my resume?
Oh, speaking of resumes, guys, this is gonna sound strange, but I have a friend who works for Gentoo, you know.
Yeah.
And he helps out with some of their installs and what have you, so for people and that sort of thing. So he's coming over on my birthday to help me out with Gentoo and that sort of thing. So anyway,
if you want a Gentoo on your birthday, be my guest, man.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is,
you better have plenty of booze around.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm actually thinking about asking him if they have any job openings.
Okay. All right.
Go for it, dude.
Because you know,
On my birthday, I'd rather be in a nice restaurant with nice female company, but that's just me. Actually, I wouldn't mind being with Nixie Pixel. This is a Nixie Pixel. She wrote this article on OMG, and it's an appropriate. I want to get to mine.
Yes, it's questionable things. I will say that.
Well, no, but this is real. It's kind of nonsense, but it's real. Yeah,
okay.
Make sure it's not fake news, Facebook. There's a new game for Linux, and it is called. Now, keep in mind, it's written by Nixie. It's a new game for Linux, and it is called Goo with Guns.
Goo with Guns. Sounds something like EB would get.
I will post.
And play
Let me post it. You can take a look at it. I kid you not.
That sounds like Nixie's trying to troll us.
There's the link. You guys check out. You tell me Goo with Guns.
Goo with Guns.
Oh,
However,
God.
Super Tux Card is still #1.
I like Super Tux Card. Yeah.
So do I.
I would run it now, but it doesn't stream too good with Hangouts. It's only good with OBS. The frame rate drops. It doesn't look good, but it's fun. It's fun to play with. But Goo with Guns. That's what it's called. Let's see. Is a throwback to retro shoot 'em ups. Okay, all right. I guess it's a family game, and it's got pictures here.
That sounds interesting.
Okay, I guess it just has a funny name. If you can't watch the World Cup, just play Gooey football.
Gooey football.
Oh man.
Oh my word.
I better stop before I really get in trouble.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, check out Goo with Guns.
It's stuck in your hand, so let's punt it.
Oh my god.
Isn't Nixie a little bit young for me? She's 30 something, right? Maybe she is a little young. I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too old for me.
Armed and gelatinous. Yes, Tux. Instead of armed and dangerous, armed and gelatinous. I have a vision of two guys wanting to rob a bank, crime spree, and they're throwing Jell-O at everybody just to knock them out with the Jell. You know. Oh God! Does the game have a free alpha? I don't know. Go to the link. See what's there. I closed the tab there. Sorry. I would imagine there's a demo for, but Goo with Guns.
You're gonna love this one. There's actually a new Star Wars game coming out.
Oh.
There's another one coming out at the tail end of 2019.
Okay.
Has the name been revealed for it yet?
It's called We've Had Enough.
Yeah.
It's coming from EA again.
Okay.
Let me look.
You know, seriously, if I gamed, the days would have to be like 43 hours long.
Really, yeah.
Let me look it up. Okay.
Jim, what you might like is the American Truck Simulator. I got hooked on that from EB's live streams, and it's not very bad. Yeah, a person like us can actually play it.
Okay.
But the thing is, though, Dan, is that I like driving. Driving to me is a release. So if I got stuck on that, it would be even worse than if I was to play, God knows, one of these other games.
Yeah.
I would get hooked on that even more so.
It is addicting.
Yep.
Yeah, it can be. Gaming can be a very... Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order releasing holiday 2019.
Not a bad name. Not
Yeah,
bad.
and it says it's a brand new action adventure game that tells an original story about a surviving Padawan set shortly after the events of Revenge of the Sith. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's
I did like Revenge of the Sith. It was okay.
Yeah, it was a good movie, and throughout EA Play, visit EA, yada 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 for all the news, etc. So yeah, it's shortly after the events of Episode 3 of For a New Hope. So it's gonna be a interesting game. They don't have any sort of it's releasing holiday 2019 around that time frame. Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting game, I think.
Father Sayer, hello. I'm trying to keep eye on the chat. Welcome, Father Sayer, in the house. Maybe, Father, you can give us a blessing for this evening. Why not? We're all friends here, right? I'm just looking at the news articles here, but let's see here.
Hey, Toss.
Yeah.
Did you hear that Dell had a data breach as of late?
Dell did? I know the AUR did, the Arch User Repository, or like a malware rather. Yeah.
Well,
I didn't know. Yeah. Okay.
A little while ago, from what I heard from Switch to Linux in his live stream, Dell had a big data breach.
Wow. The Year of the Breach. That's going to be a movie. The Year of the Breach. Watch. Thank you, Father, for the blessings and peace to all. Yeah. Let me go somewhere else here.
I'm going to see if there's anything on the verge.
Okay. Again, this is an open chat for this evening. If anybody is cruising by this, please don't be shy. Say hello. We're all friends here.
Let's see.
Let's see here.
Whoa, what we got here? Best Buy somehow came up with the best way of charging Xbox game controller batteries.
Oh, Lord.
What is it? Okay, I gotta see this. What does it say?
That sounds nutty.
Here's an article. Top 10 reasons why desktop Linux failed.
Oh, no.
Oh, I gotta check it.
I gotta hear this.
Yeah, I gotta hear this too, because it'll make my blood boil.
Now, I will tell you this. For those people who support the channel on Patreon and PayPal, I gave you my reason why it's been a success. And
yes,
it has nothing.
Before you start,
don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Before you start reading that article, Dan, you better go take your pill. Okay?
Yeah.
We don't want you to
take your pills, buddy.
Yeah. But I gave my reason why it succeeded. But that's a special op-ed for me to all you supporters. And it has succeeded. It has not failed.
The thing is they know the real numbers, but they won't let the cat out of the bag. They want to beat them down.
Yeah, and now in that private video, I'll make it public in about a week. It's not a paywall. It's just a thank you for the people who support the channel. Give them first dibs, as it were. But I gave my reason, and I'm sticking with that. But I won't tell you now.
Yeah.
Well, let me see what it says. This is from Datamation. I've heard of it. The top 10 reasons why. Oh, this is by Matt Hartley.
Oh,
Brian Lundukes.
Yes.
Wow.
And by the way, I'm going to make an announcement. I sent an email to Brian, and I said, Brian, there are people who watch us who would kill for us to have a chat. We'll see if Brian accepts.
You want to talk to Brian Lunduke?
Yeah, why not? Why not? He says dual booters are a schmuck. I take that as a badge of honor. I like Brian. Brian, if you watch this, it's all good, my friend. No, see, if you want to get together, we've had people who I think would probably enjoy us, jabbing each other back and forth, and it's all good. I enjoyed your stuff over. Anyway, that's mine out. I haven't gotten a reply or anything. Not that I'm twisting Brian's arm or anything, But all right, let's try that. Okay, inside the failure. Number 1, Linux isn't pre-installed. Well, if there was a mass-marketed desktop, you would have to have it pre-installed. But I don't know. What do you guys think? It's not pre-installed. Well, that means is you can't walk in a store and buy a desktop. Maybe that's what he means, right? Yeah. But if there was a company, then that would not be an issue.
Well, if you think about it, since HP and Dell have their own Linux divisions, those could be the two possible companies for them to actually mass market Linux.
Okay.
Yeah. My, I will say, guys, my Dell and my HP laptops run Linux just fine. Yeah. Now, I will say I did test the latest Manjaro beta version. And ironically, their new scaling feature, because they finally got a high DPI screen scaling feature, it did not fix the graphics on my MacBook at all.
Charlie says Dell refuses to support Linux outside USA. Why?
Excuse me?
No, you got to remember that all of these I don't know. All of these hardware makers, that sell machines that have Windows on it, there are very, very strict marketing guidelines that the company has to go through when they're selling Windows machines, meaning that they cannot do certain things with machines that have alternative OSs on them. They can only do certain things per Microsoft because Microsoft is giving them a boatload of money to sell
politics
machines.
Yep. Okay, all right. Okay.
Without the hardware, there would be no Microsoft Windows. You gotta look at the flip side.
Yeah, and that's true.
If there was no hardware to manufacture, Windows would not be existing.
Oh, wow.
You can argue this both ways.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one here. Again, this is from Matt Hartley. Hi, Matt, if you come across this. Number 2, Linux freedom versus convenience. It's been my experience, he says, that people expect a user experience that's consistent and convenient. Well, if that means no bugs out of the box and making their Firefox work or whatever, their multimedia apps work, their games to work, Linux games, I don't think consumers are going to care about the freedom of Linux as it were open source versus the convenience of it just working out of the box. So that's partly true. But I'll give that to him. Okay, Linux lacks legacy software. Again, this goes back to making it work out of the box. He says there, not because one type of application is better or worse. Matter of personal perspective. Okay. Number 4, Linux networking isn't for the faint of heart. Well, again, if it's made to work out of the box, there should not be an issue with networking, I'm assuming. I don't know.
My heart is just fainting.
Oh, no.
I mean,
for the faint of heart. I don't know. I thought maybe he knows something that we don't.
Where's this article, Toss?
Datamation.
Okay.
All right. Number 5, Linux video card support is tricky. No. Yeah. Okay, I'll give him that. Yeah. But again, if it's built out of the box, ready to go, it shouldn't be. But in general, distros that we download, yes. Multimedia drivers, it's a hit and miss. Here's one. Linux Pulse Audio Sound Server is confusing. Yeah.
I'll give him that. It works sometimes, and sometimes you got to fight with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, DT can back that up too.
Yeah.
Pulse Audio.
Pulse.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it does raise your pulse. Haha.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Toss. That is the...
Anyway. All right, number 7. We talked about this last night. Linux lacks AAA gaming titles. They need a signature game like Halo, like their version of Halo or something. They don't have it. 2018, they don't have it. That's bad. It's just, anyway.
Well, hold on, Toss. I will say that if they can't bring SWTOR, the Old Republic, to frickin' Linux, it's never gonna be my daily driver. I'm sorry. It's just, I want to use it, but I still have to dual boot or triple boot because the problem is,
but
SWTOR just runs very strangely on.
But keep in mind that a lot of mom and pop homes, like Tim does in games, so we don't necessarily need a signature game for the general pop. We need them for gamers, but for the mom and pop fam to walk into a store, they probably won't care about the games. So that's, I would say that's partly true. Yeah. Number 8, Linux desktop environments. Oh, why? Are there too many?
Yeah.
Number 9. Linux distros vary in quality. Gee. Yeah.
Yep.
When I first tried Linux, there was only 2 desktop environments, and it was GNOME and it was KDE, and that was it.
Yep.
And that's back in the days when it was Fedora 4. I think that was like 2004 or something like that.
Yeah, that was back before GNOME 2 even existed.
Yes. And there was no software to go along with it to enjoy your Linux.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's back when like Gentoo and things were just like Linux from scratch.
I still have the CDs.
Man.
Anybody needs a copy? I got Fedora 4 and 8.
Fedora 4, man.
Interesting.
Oh, you know what, Dan? I should tell you, my 27th birthday is coming up on Monday.
You want those?
Yeah, I'll take them.
Hint.
You know what? I'll take them. I don't mind.
I feel like I'm moderating eBay here or something, you know.
I need a way to get them to them.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan, I'll, Hangouts me your email, man.
Got a message.
We'll work that out after this show. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit me up on Hangouts after the show, Dan.
There you go.
Hey, Toss, can I just say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
For gamers exclusively, if we are going to get a signature game like Halo or something like that, in order to make a game good, you have to have a really good mascot or character to make the game look good. Like for instance, Mario, Sonic, yada yada yada.
Well, again, we talked about this last time. We should have a famous actor as a spokesperson for whatever Linux, you know, ABC Linux featuring the game Terminator with the Terminator. You must buy KDE Linux, blah, or something like that. You know, it's fantastic.
Or
that might work.
Or Chuck Norris.
Yeah, you could, but you know, because Arnold has, you know, he's more forceful with his accent, and of course Terminator is a classic, you know. So, all right, so number 10 on this list is kind of confusing in a way. I get it, but he says Linux is overshadowed by Chrome OS. That's like saying Linux is overshadowed by Linux. Now he does say Gentoo Linux, Chrome OS is based. I think it complements it personally. I don't know what do you guys think? Linux is overshadowed by Chrome OS?
I don't think Linux, in my opinion, is overshadowed by anything. I mean, Linux is its own operating system, in my opinion.
Well, briefly, what he says here, to be fair, Chrome OS is an incredibly limited OS. Well, it's web-based normally, so I guess it is limited. It's gained popularity, cheap, easy to use. Printing and scanning remains a joke with Chrome. Oh, Chromebooks, really?
Yeah, the cloud print. You actually use a cloud print type of a thing through the browser.
Ah, okay. It's doable, but not without jumping through hoops. Okay, I did not know that.
You know, I don't think Chrome OS overshadows Linux, but Chromebooks overshadow System 76 by far. That's the way I would put it in that type of perspective. You know, people when they buy a Chromebook, they know that it's that it's Google derived.
Yeah.
But not, you know, a lot of people will educate themselves before they walk into a store to look at a Chromebook, so they know it runs Chrome OS.
Yeah.
But they haven't the slightest idea what Chrome OS really is.
Yeah. Charlie says maybe we need a Linux company that actually sponsors hardware with Linux and mainstream movie TV scene. Yeah, and they actually have. Yeah, that's all good to have like little marketing, you know, sponsors in movies as you watch the movie. But then again, which company, which distro are we going to pick? So again, there's a lot of egos.
Yep, that's the problem.
But But I mean, this was a good article, by the way, from Mart. So we should. From Matt, sorry, from Matt Hartley, Datamation. But I could easily give 10 reasons why we should pick an Android PC to represent Linux. How many phones are out there from users? Android is prevalent. It would be great to have a plug-and-play sync your Android phone like Apple and iPhone.
Android is amazing.
Yeah, Google would support it. People know the name Google and Android.
The problem with the Android stuff, the kernel is too tiny and restrictive. It won't do the amount of hardware that the Linux kernel can support.
Okay. Well, it would be a start, though.
It would.
It would be a start based on Linux.
You would have to make the Linux kernel more like the Microsoft kernel, which is a hybrid kernel instead of a monolithic kernel.
Okay.
Where you can actually attach drivers to handles within the kernel for it to operate hardware.
Yeah. Well, again, because there are, I think, 1 billion users of Android, that would be a good start still, in spite of that. Yeah, it would. And just tell the consumer, look, this is based on Android, this is what you can or cannot do. Have a fair price point, you know, like a low-end machine, like $300 to $400 to make it fair, because it doesn't do everything. But just say it's based on Linux. And what's Linux? Well, this is what we can do. I still think it would sell. Just to give a starting point, you know, to sell something based on Linux. So it's just a thought, you know.
By the way, I did spot this article while you were going through that top 10. This is on The Verge, by the way. You might want to listen to this.
Go ahead.
Apple's redesigned MacBook Pro keyboard uses new method for repelling dust.
Oh?
A silicone membrane sits underneath the key as described in a patent application from March.
Dust repellent, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, they're basically what they're trying to get at here is they're trying to make every key on the keyboard repellent from dust. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much work you do to the keyboard, you're going to get dust on it regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one piece of technology that is not necessary. Let's face it, since I have my anti-dust repellent, it's my leaf blower from Black & Decker.
There you go.
There you go.
It works. I tried it too. I clean out my car. Nowadays, instead of vacuuming the car, I drive it outside the garage, open up all the doors, the hatchback, just blow all the dust out. I'm done.
And it's electric, so it won't set off all the carbon monoxide detectors.
There you go. So... There you go. But anyway.
See, I'm a little bit anal. I clean the keyboards and screens on all of my computers if I sit down at them and I haven't been in front of them in
I wouldn't put the thing too close. You might send the keyboard flying into your window, you know. Just be careful, and don't go too close to the motherboard. It may crack it probably, you know. But, you know, just be like 6 feet away and you should be all right, you know.
I should tell y'all, I almost damaged my Ryzen CPU.
With the leaf blower?
No, with the cooler. No, trying to put the cooler on, I almost killed it.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I practically almost bent the pins on the dang CPU.
Be careful,
yeah, it
obviously.
was not a pretty sight.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This is
what about cookie crumbs? Bad Black & Decker leaf blower, man. Trust me. unless it's a 10-pound cookie crumb, it's gone.
It'll blow the chips out of a chocolate chip cookie.
Yes.
Black & Decker leaf blower coming to a theater near you.
That's right. And if that piece of ramp stick is stuck, just blow it off. You know. No, but if you're gonna use a leaf blower, don't get far back. Yeah, it's just, you know.
Found another interesting article. Facebook poaches top Google engineer to help it design its own chips. The latest move in the social network's push to develop more consumer hardware.
Oh snap!
A leaf blower to clean a PC would be hilarious. It works, Mike. Maybe one day I'll do a video as I'm cracking the motherboard. Why not?
You're not that far off. I use the air compressor I got in the back of my work fan to clean out my desktop computer because a lot of the people that complain about their power unit or power supply dying in their computer they get really plugged up full of dirt from the fan sucking it in.
Right, yeah.
And then they overheat and die.
For those of you that go out and buy a Black & Decker leaf blower to clean your computer, you can send your insurance claims to Total OS today at...
Look, if your computer is here, don't put the blower here, obviously, you know. And by the way, there's different pressure, or there's different gauges, strengths of leaf blowers. I got the low-end one, and not the commercial one that could probably crack the whole case of the desktop.
Not only would it crack the case, it would possibly destroy the computer.
Yeah, no. If I was going to do it, I would start 10 feet away, which I did anyway, and then work my way up from there. But you don't need much.
Do you guys have all seen the movie Caddyshack, haven't you?
Uh-huh.
I have.
When Chevy Chase hits the ball into into Bill Murray's little living quarters, and Bill Murray lights up the like, I don't know, 30 horsepower leaf blower to clean his little living space out. He's blowing crap all over the place. It tips over a table, tips over the car seats he had in for a couch.
It's like Home Improvement.
Leaf blowers on computers. I think I just might want to dissociate from all these guys.
What's up, buddy?
Howdy, Tom.
How's it going?
Yeah, howdy, Tom.
Tomas. How's it shaking today?
Tom, I don't know if you saw, but there's a new Arco Linux ISO.
A new what?
Arco Linux build.
Yes, it's based on 10W40 oil, I do believe. No, just kidding. Arco. It's Arco. It's an oil company. Now watch it. Look, don't get a phone call. Hey, that's our name. You know, are you trying to be slick?
Yeah, okay. I see it. Yeah, I'm not. I'm actually not into that distro, so I will probably not look at it. It's my thought.
What's so bad about it, dude?
Okay, the reason I don't like it is because in this Linux community we have choice, and the best way to decide what direction you want to go is vote with your feet. And when ArchMerge first started out, they were simply utilizing seductive pictures of women to push their distro. And I
really?
Absolutely.
Really?
You can go onto the web archive and verify it. Because I saw
ArchMerge.
that, and
let me see.
When they first went on,
ArchMerge.
When they first did that, and somebody first alerted me to it, I went right to their site when it was fairly new, and it's like all I see was big busted women happening all over the place.
And that's a problem? So I'm like, never mind.
What is that? And
just kidding.
So when they went over and they changed their image out, I left a public comment about that. They changed their image over that, and probably a couple of weeks later, they had cleaned all that off. So I was like, well, maybe they were hacked or something. So I go into the web archive, and indeed, the web archive, that's exactly what they have. Just seductive women. So I'm not interested in promoting a distro that obviously, I mean, sure, it's good they cleaned up their image now, but we have choice. I'm not going to sit here and do that.
Okay.
Is the same people still in charge of that distro?
Same as what?
Is the same people still in charge of that distro?
I have no idea. Well, honestly, if they come out and they publicly say we did this, it was wrong, the person in charge of that is out, we've corrected everything, I'll have a look at it. But
that's fair.
Yeah, so that's my thought.
Yeah, that's a bit tacky, I would say.
Did you verify that, Toss?
No, I didn't. I didn't see it. No. Hang on. And this was ArchMerge, right?
It's called ArchMerge. Yep.
ArchMerge before they. Okay.
Yep. And then what you'd have to do is go into the web archive for ArchMerge website.
Okay. Let me see.
I say, in my opinion, and I think Switch will agree with me, any company that does that sort of stuff, their assets need to be taken away from them, and they need to be just put out to pasture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a bit.
That's a bit heavy. That's a bit heavy on the wording, but okay.
I tried this distro. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
If that's what they were doing. I don't
Fortunately,
see
I think my brother does that on his video game that I'm technically on the technically on the build out for.
Let me see if it shows it on the screenshots here.
Yeah, Narita, that's kind of over the top.
Nothing there. I don't see it. Okay. I mean, I'll take your word for it, but I don't see it here. Okay, that's...
I'm going to see if I can verify it.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, even Anarita says, wow. Is that a wow no or wow yes?
That's a little extreme of a Linux distro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, there's a whole new meaning to... I don't even know.
All right, so
yeah,
that was the top. We talked about the top. That was Matt Hartley's article. Yeah, I sent Brian hello if he wants to do a chat together, and we'll see if he replies.
Hopefully he does.
I'll do it. You know, he can host it on his channel, put it on his Patreon. I don't care. You know, we'll see. All right, let's move on here.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Take your time, man.
What did I write down here? There was some Amazon news. Amazon, I believe, controls 49% of e-commerce. That's a lot.
I would guess they control more, but...
Well, as of today, from what I saw, that sounds about half. Yeah, that sounds about right.
49 is a decent number.
Yeah, that's still a lot. Yeah. Debian Stretch 9.5 available for download. Okay, very good.
I mean, I had some bad experiences with Debian in the past.
It's not for newbies, but yeah.
No, it's it's basically for advanced users.
Of course it is. It's kind of like Gen 2 to Ubuntu users, put it that way.
This is from July 2nd. The Linux Mint desktop continues to lead the rest. Linux Mint is good.
Yeah,
I don't know if it leads the rest, but it's up there. It's in my top 5.
Yeah, Mint's a good choice for people.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I like Linux Mint is because the way it looks, it definitely looks like a good replacement for Windows, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah. Somebody says, do you remember EB screenshots, English Bob? They were a bit, yeah.
They were a bit questionable.
Yeah. Let's see here. Windows 10 has a new exclusive emoji, the Astro Cat. That's news? Okay. Whatever. Let's see here. Not a lot of Windows 10 news that catches my eye. AstroCat again. Who cares about AstroCat?
You have an AstroCat?
That's a Windows.
No, I mean, flying kitties are awesome. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cats are cool.
Is familiar with those.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's move on here. By the way, if anybody's new here, check out Switch to Linux, also on YouTube. Yeah, Nokia's coming out with the new phone for the USA, 6.1, featuring as pure Android as you can get for less than $200 US. So that's tempting, actually.
Wow, Nokia, that's old school.
Yeah. I think it's less than 200, I think. Or maybe that's the 6. This is 6.1 phone. Maybe a little bit more. But, oh, 269 still. That's not bad for a pure Android phone, yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And the thing about Nokia phones is that they're built really well. They're like built like a tank.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to break one of those things.
Yeah. Let's see. Smart TVs are invading privacy and should be investigated.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Wow.
It's in there.
The smart TV thing it all deals back to there's only a couple of major companies that deal with the software technology. One of the biggest ones is called Samba, which is in over a dozen different smart TV manufacturers. What it does is when you opt into it, and it's a fairly innocuous screen that doesn't really tell you what it's doing, but it will literally second by second take screenshots of your computer, and it will it sends that back to a bunch of different advertising networks, and then they sell that data for ad spots. So it's an extensive amount of data that goes in extensive amount of places.
Basically data collection.
On steroids, actually.
Wow. That's scary. I don't have a smart TV. I thought about, but like, I think I got enough smart up here not to use it.
I just have a normal HD TV. That's all I need.
Tux13 says Chrome beats Edge and Firefox and browser benchmark. Firefox has gotten slower again, it seems. Yeah, Chrome is fine. It zips. So I don't know
Chrome
what's
has actually slowed down in the latest version, though.
Chrome has, really?
Yeah,
I still find it faster.
It down about 16%. And I'm not even sure if that version is released yet, because what they did is it is to isolate out for Spectre. And what it's going to do is it's going to load every individual instance of a domain name onto its own onto like its own internal virtualization system.
Okay. All right. Well, I still find Chrome be faster than Okay, let's see what else we had. The PC market appears to have grown for first time since 2012. Oh? Really? Okay, well, that's all the YouTubers.
Yeah, it's dudes like us.
Yeah, right.
In my opinion, want to know why the PC market's grown? Vegemite.
Bitcoin miners.
Yeah.
So on the Arch merge, on the archmerge.info snapshot going back into 2007, November 6, 2017.
I was going to say.
Kind of scroll down. There's some very, very seductive
archmerge.info.
.info, yep. Which is their other site, and I think there might be some on the .com somewhere too. It's just that the Wayback Machine is.
It brings me back to arcolinux.info.
Here's one of the things that they did is they redirected all the domain names. You have to go into the Wayback Machine Internet Archive and search for it there.
Oh, I see.
That's what they did is they tried to clean up their branding. And if they would have openly cleaned up their branding, saying, "Hey, this is something that we did, and it was probably wrong," then I'd think about looking at it. But no, that's what they did is they pulled the original things, they moved it over to Arco, and then they redirected all their original websites to the new one, which makes it even harder to find in the Wayback. So you have to go to archmerge.info, and I think there's archmerge.com in the Wayback archive as well.
Jeez.
I say, in my opinion, a company that does that is just disgusting.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessary, was it?
It wasn't.
No, so. Because that's how GoDaddy became the biggest group.
Yeah.
By having the same thing. And
yeah.
And the person that was in charge of that ended up going to GM, I think, and then you start to see a bunch of those type of commercials in GM car commercials. So it's just like, it's not like the end of the world, but in the Linux world, we have choices.
Yeah.
It's not like Comcast. Comcast could be doing full page covers in bad magazines. There's nothing I can do about it because I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But welcome to the world of competition. I have a choice. I'm not going to go to shady places.
And instead of competition, I just got to say, welcome to corporatocracy.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few people that has a choice between either getting Comcast or having Frontier Communications.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, we have both here, and Anybody that wants internet's on the Frontier bandwagon, because the Comcast is pretty known for their get it cheap for a year and then you're in for it for the deep end.
Yeah.
Isn't Frontier DSL?
Yes, but here's the trick. They don't use one phone line. They use 3 or 4 to get your speed up to Comcast.
Wow, I was going to say it works, yeah.
It does work.
Wow. For DSL, okay.
Huh. Interesting.
Cool. Yeah, that's surprising. Okay.
Yeah, it's not your old DSL that uses a pair of phone lines. They use like 8 of them if they have to.
Wow.
What type of speed do you pull, Dan?
It varies from day to day. 100 megabit download is not uncommon.
That's good. One of the issues with DSL is if you have a lot of people, like in an apartment area or a high traffic place, and everyone comes home from work and your internet just dies.
Yeah.
Well, they say that about cable internet too.
No, they run on a different type of system. So cable internet is not impacted by the number of internet users on the node, whereas DSL is.
Well, the DSL here is dedicated phone lines because you get a dedicated phone number for each line.
Okay.
Yeah, still what I'm saying is that the way they run is different, because in DSL, even if it's a dedicated line, there's generally only 1 or 2 DSL hubs into an individual region, and then they branch everyone off of there. And so it's effectively like everybody's on a network. So it kind of gets more bogged down versus cable kind of goes straight in between fibers.
Switch, did you know that Facebook will not remove fake news because it does not violate community standards?
Cool.
That's official. Instead, they will demote it. Yeah,
that's demonstrating bad.
Yeah. I cracked a joke saying, well, since fake news is legitimate, that I can say that Facebook was created in Bangladesh by 600 llamas or something, But, well, it's part of the community standard, so there you go. That's my standard. 600 llamas.
Instead of 600 llamas, it should be 600 vultures.
I mean, Facebook.
And all 600 vultures. Here's the thing. If animals could actually talk, I would tell all of those 600 vultures, you see that company over there? That's called Microsoft. I want you to go peck their eyes out.
Well, let's not get that violent.
I think you figured out where Zuckerberg.
No, we do need to have a little bit of grace.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone has come to the light to use Linux yet. I mean,
no. But
let's see here.
But it's like I said last night. I firmly believe that within 5 to 10 years, we're going to have more Linux users than we have right now. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, I think Linux is growing.
It is. I mean, we have Debian, we have Ubuntu, we have Linux Mint, and we have Manjaro. Those 4 Linuxes are pretty much our foundation for the next 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on Debian right now. Like, I gotta wipe Debian off of this so I can actually try some other distros and eventually get to version 2 of the top distros for 2018. But man, this thing is just so good.
Nice.
One Linux I think you should try. I saw DistroTube try it. Have you ever wanted to try TinyCore Linux?
I've thought of it a couple times, and I haven't.
It really is tiny. I haven't tried
mostly,
it.
Yeah, it's a Gen 2 base, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
Yeah. It's small. Yeah. It has about the same small IQ as Washington D.C. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'll have to jump over there and have a look at it.
It's so small you can hide it on a USB stick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I have Debian running on USB sticks too. So
I was looking up weird car news, and sure enough, believe it or not, Washington politics is in this. I'm going to read you this headline.
Here we go.
This is a headline. This is not lefter. House Speaker Paul Ryan claims my car was eaten by animals.
I saw that headline, and I don't understand.
Where do they get it?
I don't. Yeah.
You know, we were complaining that Hollywood is running out of original ideas. No, just go to Washington, see what's going on with Trump, Congress, the whole administration, both parties. There's plenty of material there, guys. Yeah. You don't have to redo Transformers or Superman. Just go to Washington. Here's a great title for My Car Was Eaten by Animals. The sequel to Dude, I Lost My Car or something, you know.
There was a... in Wyoming, I encountered a geocache once. It's like, dude, where's my car? You get out there, it's in the middle of a desert. You park your car at a place, you hike about half a mile back, and there in the middle of the desert is just sitting some old car. Very common in Wyoming, by the way. Every desert in Wyoming has at least 4 or 5 cars in it somewhere.
Okay, maybe he meant that as a joke. We'll be civil about this, but okay. All right. Let's see what else I have here. A Florida man says he was not drinking while driving. Just sipping at stops.
Sipping at stops.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
See, you don't sip at the stops. You lift up your floor mat and the big hole in the floor where it rusted out where you set your beer when you're stopping the cops next to you.
Dan, you were sounding remotely like you've had some experience in the matter.
Very younger days.
Okay.
Sipping at stops. Okay. Wow. Australian road melts and coats car tires in goo. Road to hell is paved with bad asphalt. I know, there's a truck with the rear tire and the asphalt's like sticking, it's like melted. Oh my God, it's disgusting.
Wow. Well, Kitty wanted to come and say hi. We got Steele on the show.
Here's Kitty.
Stow Stealer. Stow Sheeler.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Steve. Rather not Tim.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Greetings.
That's CJ, am I correct?
That is CJ, yep.
Hi, Kiki.
His other cat has an aversion to camera time.
Yeah. She's around somewhere. She was very friendly this morning or this afternoon when I got in. But
good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Tim.
Good evening.
Let's see.
How are you doing, Ricky?
I'm doing good.
All right, Steve. Well, we're just looking at some funny car news.
I've been listening.
Okay. The Lamborghini gets barbecued at St. Louis gas station. When gassing up, remove nozzle when done. Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong all these years. Crap. Speaking of, we were talking about lawnmowers and cutting grass. Honda Mean Mower version 2, 150 miles an hour for a mower.
I want one.
That would cut grass pretty fast, I would say. Yeah. Just don't smoke the grass as you're driving it, ha. Ooh.
Saw that today. What were you doing? Smoking grass? I mean, come on, is that legal in your state?
I think in Ohio now it is. I think it. Not. I mean, I don't do it. I don't need it, but for medicinal purposes.
Catnip.
Catnip, yes.
My glaucoma's bugging me. Can I come and stay with you for a week?
Sure, come on over. Yeah, come on over. We'll go down the road and pick up some, medicine.
I'm guessing it's medicinal is legal in Pennsylvania. I don't follow the laws much, but we do apparently have a new medicinal dispensary in town.
Okay.
I've driven by it.
Let's see, a road rage story. Florida man attacks SUV with his bare hands.
Boy, I wonder.
Or maybe he had too much of that medicinal. Yeah.
I wonder who won.
I'm not even going to go there. I think I mentioned this before. Oscar Mayer adds a jetpack to the Wiener fleet.
How's that for headlines, folks?
I saw the Wienermobile yesterday. By the way.
They're calling it the Super Hot Dogger.
The Wienermobile.
They must have another one because they have the original one over here at the Henry Ford Museum.
They probably have several dozen of them.
I think the ones that are actually licensed by Oscar Mayer. I think they have 6 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we have our annual arts festival is in town, and the Wintermobile was at the arts festival yesterday. So.
This one I think I mentioned before, but viral video shows woman's head stuck in oversized exhaust pipe.
I think that was an article a few weeks ago.
That
Wasn't
was
it?
a big exhaust pipe.
Or she's got a little head. Yeah.
Oh,
A little of both, I would wager.
Couldn't you just start it and hit the gas and pop her noggin out of there?
Oh God.
So much for a banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, right. People. Anyway, that was from autoblog.com. Weird car news, really? Okay. Let's see, anything else here that I missed? Jeep Wrangler burns when fireworks were set off inside the vehicle. No one...
Okay. Rule number 1, light fuse outside vehicle.
Well, it's a Chrysler product, so that's an improvement. Oh!
Man.
That's what I call a portable 4th of July.
Yeah. Angry teen drives Ram pickup into Walmart after argument with girlfriend.
That is stupid.
Did she work at Walmart? Did she own the Walmart? Why abuse Walmart for this?
I don't know, but there was a cleanup on aisle 9.
And 10 and 11 and 12.
And 12. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we have here.
I'm gonna mute for a minute because I'm
okay.
doing a quick edit for a thing. I'll be listening now.
All right, let's see here. Watch a hood fly off a Toyota Camry nearly hit a Jeep. Should that be reversed? The hood flew off the Jeep? I mean, Camrys are solid vehicles. I don't know what happened there. Oh, he meant to hit the ejection seat. He hit the ejection hood. Got it. Okay, all right.
Oh my God.
The ejection hood.
Let's see what else we have here.
What do you know? First we have the ejection seat. Now we have the ejection hood. What's going to be next? The ejection bike?
That's in case
someone will probably do a stunt to say, "Hey, watch this!" Right?
Yeah, watch this, and I'll get 10 billion views on YouTube.
Oh yeah. He'll get 10 million views, and he can not work for the next 10 years. Watch.
You know, I don't get it, because if complete fools can do stupid things and somehow make a bunch of money off of it,
yeah.
Man, the internet was way too late for my life. That's for sure.
Mine
I would be laughing all the way to the bank.
Ain't that the truth? Because when people laugh at you for the stupid stunt, but you're at the bank laughing at them, he who laughs last, best. You know, hard, best. Oh yeah, right, yeah. I guess. All right, let's see what else we have here.
Q1 Fiend says drives truck in Walmart after argument with a girlfriend. It sounds like a country song.
I know, really.
Hey, Toss, I just found something.
Yeah.
There we go. Apple launches a $300 million fund to bring clean energy to China.
$300 million?
Yes.
It won't be enough.
No, it won't.
Not for
I
China.
bet that they're just looking at clean energy in their own factories, is my guess.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
300 million?
that's great. Yeah, but
well, that'll clear out the air in one restaurant for an hour.
Let's see here. Man with world's largest nails cuts them after 66 years. Oh my God.
And all that fungus.
Oh my God.
Well, he's a very fun guy.
Tom.
He's so fungus. Google.
You listen to this. Google's phone app can now prevent some spam calls from interrupting you.
I can do that. Decline. Got her licked.
Well, that's the thing. It's like there's so many spam calls. What is it going to take for them to say, okay, no more spoofing phone numbers?
Yep.
No more international spoofing phone numbers.
Yeah.
And maybe opt out of all international phone calls. You know that those 3 simple things will absolutely fix that, like all the spam stuff, and put all of those scammers completely out of business. All because they're like, well, there's legitimate reasons. A debt collector might need to change their phone number so some slimeball doesn't hang up on them or doesn't decline the call right away. Dude, every person out there that is in debt up to their eyeballs where debt collectors are calling, they don't pick up the phone at all. You're not going to solve the problem. There is no legitimate point case I can see for the ability to spoof phone numbers to resolve this issue. And it's being so radically abused, we just need to do away with it.
Oh, yeah, I get about a dozen calls a day on my cell phone alone.
That's actually why I got rid of a number that I've had for 20 years because of that. Everyone for 20 years that legitimately had my number, that's it. You know, I mean, what I ended up doing with the numbers, I ported it to Google, so I still control it. They can call Google all they want, and if somebody happens to leave a message, it will send me an email of it.
Isn't this also why, Tom, do not call lists actually exist, is to minimize those types of calls?
Yeah, but the problem is that you can be on the do not call list, but every one of these agencies is out of jurisdiction. I have actually reported so many of those numbers and actually heard back from Department of Justice and attorneys generals and all these other things, and they're all like the same thing. Well, they're out of our jurisdiction. We can't do anything about it. Well, do something. Do something. You know? And the best thing to do is prevent the ability to spoof phone calls, because that's going to shut them down immediately.
I agree.
Dan, where is Warren, Michigan?
Warren, Michigan is a suburb just outside of the Detroit city limits.
All right, there is an article here. Do not disturb the mayor while he's jogging. The mayor's name, I won't say it, but you can look it up. He posted a message on Facebook asking residents not to talk to him while he's jogging. He says it's important for his health. What? Not talking to his voters or jogging?
Yeah, I know which guy you're talking about, too.
Ah, okay.
He's a center of attention in that area. He's good for that kind of stuff.
Oh, my God. I'm sure he'll get reelected.
What do we got here? Facebook changes privacy settings after outing members of a closed medical support group. Membership in closed groups was easily accessible before the change.
Yeah. So that was a breast cancer group. So there's a genetic mutation in breast cancer, the BCRA gene, right? And which is the most common indicator of having breast cancer in women. Well, there was a group that basically they could get together, talk about their experiences, you know, things that they've tried and things like that. And the problem is Facebook has an option that says, you said is that private group you said?
It says right here, Facebook changes
private group. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's another level called secret group. The problem is secret group does not show up in search terms, and they wanted to be found so people could join it. But the only way to show up in search terms was to be a private group, but a private group, all of the members are public. So effectively, you could harvest the members of that list because they're public and identify all these people with BCRA mutation.
I see.
Yeah. So I think that they're trying to resolve that is what they're trying to fix, which is good. Good that they're trying to fix that.
Georgia police.
Oh, dear.
Georgia police.
Florida. No, I think Florida's worse. What's worse, Georgia?
There's got to be booze and a farm animal involved.
No, actually. Well, it's Georgia police use coin toss to decide whether to arrest a woman.
Oh my God!
Oh boy!
All right, lady. Heads or tails?
Hey, Vinny, let's flip the freaking sausage here,
right,
okay?
Guys, heads or tails? Heads or tails?
Yeah. So she's a 24-year-old chick. What do you think? We'll give her the two police officers in Georgia have been suspended. Really? After they used the coin toss to decide whether to arrest 24 4-year-old motorist for speeding.
Oh my god!
I can picture 2 cops, may see your driver. Okay, Paulie, let's flip the coin.
Do we want to hit the IHOP or bring this chick to jail?
Yeah, right, yeah. Or bring her to the IHOP with us. Hey!
That is just funny.
Sounds like my part of the
Mama's
country.
got donut fries. We gotta go.
I've been watching this this program. There's a number of them on YouTube, and it's I think it's Southern Justice. Just following around these backwoods hick police officers, you know, and it's like some of them are like, this is kind of funny, and particularly some of the criminals they pull over. Like, you been drinking? No, none. Like, yeah, sure, but
oh God.
I was watching one of them the other day. It kind of irritated me because like some old man claimed that some kid kicked him or whatever, and the officer never even went and talked to this kid. This is like 16-year-old kid, and the officer basically like tackled the kid to the ground. He's like, dude, what's going on? You know, it's like
There's a news out of Miami. A Florida man with no arms charged with stabbing man with scissors.
What?
Well, it was. I feel bad. He was a 46-year-old homeless man stabbing another man with a pair of scissors using his feet.
My God.
I kind of feel bad. It's funny, but in a way, it's not funny. But it's just a headline you just don't see every day. Yeah.
Okay, if an armless guy is coming at you with scissors in between his feet, you'd think you could get away from that.
I don't know, man.
No.
Maybe he maybe he knows Taekwondo and just shot him like.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There had to have been booze involved in that one.
Probably. Lithuanian couple win world wife carrying championship title in Finland.
You heard it here first, folks.
Wife, 53 men. 53 men slung, I'm reading it, slung their wives or partners over their shoulders and hurled off on an hour-long race in the small Finnish town of Sanjikari on Saturday, as thousands of fans cheered from the stands. Okay, so if you love your wife, give her a good fling.
Well, it's a spring fling, so.
Good one. I like that.
Hey, Toss.
Yeah, mate.
I spotted an article just not long ago, and this one's pretty interesting. Adobe Photoshop is being ported over to the iPad soon.
Ah, okay. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that, and I have so many questions about that because. Like, have you ever used Photoshop? Like, real full Photoshop? Professionally?
I think I have, yeah.
There's tons of hotkeys involved. There's a lot of mouse movement involved. I just can't picture how you do that, especially since Apple doesn't allow you to connect a mouse yet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A keyboard you can do, but not a mouse.
Because if I'm correct about most of their iPads, I don't even think any of them have a USB plug. Do they?
No, but Apple, I believe, has integrated a new file system very similar to Android. And so, in theory, with that in a cloud system, you could, in theory, get your things off. But it's still harder, I think. But I don't know. USB? Well, I mean, you can connect it to a computer and get the files.
Yeah.
Rhode Island governor to hold office hours at the beach.
What?
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would go to her conference calls wearing a Toskini. She could wear a bikini, and why not? You know, because we would be politicians with nothing to hide. Ha ha. But anyway,
well,
sure, why not?
Well, isn't this interesting? Mozilla wants to make your Firefox your iOS password manager.
Oh joy!
Oh boy!
And I'm thinking in my head right now, Mozilla, why?
Because they can.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, man. Mozilla's putting a bad taste in my mouth, but really, if you want good functional browsers that are, you know, pretty much everywhere.
Mine too.
I got Chrome. And what's that? Which one?
I myself am still using WaterFox, other than when I need to use Chrome for something like this. I followed Tom your tutorial how to set that up in Linux Mint to be part of the system.
Yeah, did that work for you?
Yeah, it worked great,
Cool.
except there's a little character in in the config file you had to put on the end of something. So when you clicked on like a link in your email, it would open it as a default browser and go to that page.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I was not able to do is set it as default. Let me double check that. I know it's default on Windows because there's actually an installation package.
Yeah. Yeah, the two browsers I use mainly are Chromium and WaterFox. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, and I use WaterFox on production. I don't have it on my Debian computer just because I just don't want to bother with that, and I don't do a ton with web browsers on this. But all production, I do use WaterFox.
Tasty typo confuses send it candidate with a sandwich.
What?
A tasty typo mistakenly turned a U.S. Senate candidate's name into that of a sandwich. You guys can use your imagination.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In the WaterFox configuration file, the exec equals op WaterFox/WaterFox. There should be a %u after that, and then it'll make it so when you click on something, it opens it and goes directly to the web page.
Okay.
I actually spent 2 weeks hunting for that.
Yeah, I just double checked it, and it is actually set as my preferred. So is that it was set as your preferred, and then?
No, it's when you. It's not your preferred browser. It's when you actually click on a link, the part where it'll open it, but it'll go directly to your default browser. But if you have the %u, it'll go to the web page. It's linked to the link.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. So that was in the config file. So would that be the config file in the home folder or the config file in the opt folder where it's downloaded to?
The one for desktop entries. The header's desktop entry file equals WaterFox. Generic name equals WaterFox. I have this just in my notes. I didn't. User shared applications, I think. Maybe not. I didn't. I made a copy of the file.
Oh no, that would be right. That is correct. Because when you install something, you install that to user share application, and that's actually the desktop file. Okay, so let me find that real quick.
Squirrel caught on tape stealing donut from police.
I bet that's how it went down, man.
Well,
oh God.
Well, I guess animals like Dunkin' Donuts too.
I guess they do. Yeah, the squirrel needed a bite, so there you go.
Hey Tom, are you able to use WaterFox with Hangouts?
I don't know. I'm actually on Chrome on Debian or Chromium on Debian.
I wasn't able to. It doesn't give you the allow drop-down box to allow it.
Is it DRM that needs allowed?
No, it's just something about the Hangouts that's an allowable thing in Chrome.
I'll have to look into that.
Well, doesn't it just ask for your doesn't it ask for permission for your camera and microphone?
Well, the thing about WaterFox is it's so locked down that he may have disabled that, in which case you just need to find it in the about config and turn it back on, is my thought.
Where is the WaterFox configuration file located?
The configure file?
Yeah.
User shared applications.
Yep. Okay. So I'm there, Daniel. Which line was that you said to edit?
Go down to the exact line, and at the very end, after WaterFox, it should be space %u.
space %u. Okay. Which it's not going to allow me to do that right now because I'm not in here right. Let me get in here. Log in here as root.
You might need permission to do it.
Yep. Log back in as root.
Steven Anderson, you were using Iceweasel browser? Really?
What?
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Never heard of Iceweasel. Was that an old web browser?
It's been around a while, yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
has.
if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that Debian's version of
yeah,
Firefox?
Debian, yes,
Yep.
Exactly. Was that still being supported? I guess it is. As of February this year? Okay.
I think they are, but Debian mostly now uses they mostly now use Firefox ESR.
Okay. All right.
What is I'm just curious. What does ESR stand for?
It's ESR. It's I don't know exactly what it stands for, but what it is Firefox has basically it's an LTS. So Firefox will periodically have an LTS, which distros like Debian or things that don't want to change a lot of the software from time to time will use that, and then that continues to get security updates, but not feature updates.
Extended support release.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yep, that's it.
All right.
All right, so Daniel, that was %u after that line?
Yeah, space %u.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, did you have it or was it missing?
It was missing from mine, but I've never seen an issue, but I also don't click on a lot of links on this computer. The only computer that I use WaterFox that has default settings is the Windows computer, and that has an install.
Well, that'll allow when you click on a link from an email or something to actually open up that link's page rather than opening the browser and it just goes to your search engine or something.
Yeah, maybe that's something. Did you leave a comment to that in the video where I did that?
I don't think I did, because I don't know if I found the video again once I found this little thing, because I actually found this in a Firefox thread, and Firefox has the same thing that you got to have in place.
All this talking is making me hungry. I'm going to eat my saltwater taffy.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm gonna see if there's any news on CNET.
I think I need to make some pizza rolls.
Oh, stop.
Oh, that sounds good.
Vegemite with that?
No.
Oh, jeez.
I made schnitzel tonight.
I'd rather eat the rear end out of a dead skunk than that Vegemite.
At some point, I got to stop pulling that out. It's getting old.
You can use that to fix your motherboard when you crack it with your leaf blower.
I can use that to patch the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Just mix some gravel with it.
Small potholes, yeah.
I'm gonna wish me luck. I'm going for a flea hunt.
Oh, jeez.
I found that medical forceps are the best thing to get fleas out, because you can see them and kill them before they walk off.
Wow.
If you're cats, indoor cats.
Have you thought about a bath for the cat? Just
yes, I've given them 2. I've actually, this time they actually got sprayed down with poison too. I just didn't spray them down with enough, so in about a week I'll spray them down again, because you can only do it once a week.
How does an indoor cat get fleas?
Coming from?
Allegedly they will hop in window screens, and since I'm on a first floor apartment, that's probably where they came from.
I was gonna say he gets fleas because of bugs from the OS.
Tom,
that's probably it, really.
Tom, what can actually happen is with cats, if you have a bunch of cat hair on your clothes and you go outside, the fleas are attracted to the cat hair, and they will get on your clothes, and then when you come in and you take your clothes off, and if a cat lays on them or something, the cat can pick the fleas up.
That's a possibility. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. There's that. There's
they're getting them from you.
Yeah, they're getting them from me, as most likely. Now, I have a friend that comes over a lot that volunteers for.
Well, I thought his shirt said "sub to the flea," but it says "cat." Never mind.
Oh.
Yes, Mill, we need a chef. I know.
I'm a chef, huh?
That's right, Tom.
Tom,
I don't know if he's a certified chef.
Tom, you want to whip me up a midnight snack?
Not necessarily. I'd put myself up to any certified chef any day. So.
I know I cook pretty good.
Yeah, Steve said he made schnitzel tonight.
I'll be right back.
All right, take your time, man.
Schnitzel. I made revision 2 of the Snickers ice cream today. So I used vanilla ice cream. I made homemade hot fudge and homemade caramel. Ground up some peanuts and it did that. So
yum.
Thanks for just reminding me I've got ice cream in the garage.
Very interesting. As of yesterday, I actually made homemade tacos, literally from scratch. But instead of hamburger, I used black beans.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you make the taco seasoning yourself as well?
Basically with my seasoning, it's a little different than yours. All I use is let me think, seasoned salt, cumin, and I believe the other ingredient is garlic powder and sriracha. That's all I use.
Okay, that'd work.
Oh, you know what, Tom? There's a farmer's market close to us here, and a couple of weeks ago I got a jelly. It's a raspberry jelly, but it's got habanero and ghost pepper in it, and it is absolutely awesome. I'll have to get a jar of it next weekend, and I'll get it in your hands.
Oh, cool! Yeah, that sounds good.
How long did the flavor linger?
You know, it depends on what you put it on, Steve. Like I had it on toast one night when we were on Toss's. We were doing a live chat, and it stuck with me for a while. But I actually made a peanut butter sandwich a couple of days later and used that instead of like grape jelly or strawberry jelly, and it toned down pretty quick.
Hang on just a minute, guys. I'll be right back.
You can't use a lot of it though. You got to be pretty sparing with it.
Yeah, I generally like flavorful stuff rather than hot stuff.
If it's too hot, it just takes away any this in that.
Yeah, this stuff isn't scorching. Yeah. This stuff is not scorching at all.
My sister-in-law
does peppers.
My sister-in-law was a bank officer, and she had a couple of clients that were making their own hot sauce, and they gave her some bottles. And one of them was called Holy Shit, and it was a habanero sauce. And I would only bring that out for like when we have people over and I'd make chili or something. Oh, you like hot? Here, try this. My brother went plop, plop, plop. I go, that's too much. He goes, no, this is fine. He was sweating in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. The chili that I make, like the best chili I have, it's a little bit different than the recipe I have on my one channel. But it is, I use chipotle chili powder instead of regular chili powder. That is extremely hot, but amazingly tasty.
Yeah, when I make my guacamole, I toss in a little bit of cayenne pepper, and then chop up a jalapeno and toss it in there. But it's just such a right mix that it's not overly powerful. You don't get a lot of heat out of it, but you can get it in there.
Man, now I'm starting to get hungry.
Well, this happens on Toss's show. He starts with the toffee.
Mate and meatballs. I know. Heads up in the chat. I'm probably going to end this here at midnight. I'll try to get in bed tonight before 2 in the morning.
How do you do it and get up the next day?
Well, when I see the sunshine through the windows in the summertime, it makes me get up. If it was cloudy, raining, or storming, I wouldn't get up. It would be harder in the wintertime. But in the summertime, I'm up to enjoy the summer. So, yeah.
I mean, I gotta have at least 7 hours, no matter how you dice it up, or I don't function right.
I mean, I can't do these every night, obviously, till 2 or 3 in the morning, but, today I got up at 10:30. Not too bad. Not too bad.
I think I
sleep than I did.
Went to bed yesterday at like 4. It was just too late.
I'm usually up until about 3, just messing around my Linux computers and seeing what other distros are releasing.
12 is about right for me. One at the late. Yes, last night morning was 2, and that was a bit late.
On the weekdays, I have to get up at 5:30 to go to work, so it becomes kind of tough to nail it out to the wee hours of the morning on the internet.
Yeah, I get up at that time too, Dan.
Yep.
I generally do about 11 till about 5:30 or 6 as a general rule.
Pito, Codalines, do you like Pito? Pito-san. What's Pito-san?
You got me.
I don't know.
Did you get all the fleas off the cat, Tom?
Oh, not even close. And the funny thing is, like, I mean, I'll bathe them and I'll get a lot of things off him, but I mean, I'm getting all I can, but he's also so fuzzy that I just can't get them all. Like this one, I end up killing this one. It's still there, but I have a hard time getting it out of the fur. Got it. So, as long as I kill them too, I'm okay with that.
Tutorial on how to use Linux to kill fleas.
There you go. Yes, we need that.
Yeah.
Last ditch effort is shave the cat.
Yeah, that's like super last ditch because, like I said, I can actually get most of them off for a while with that cat spray, and I just need to use a little bit more of it. I just didn't want to because it is a pesticide, and it's like
that's kind of why I brought it up, because I seen somebody else do it because they didn't want to use chemicals at all.
Yeah, I'd probably rather that because furless cats are ugly, and that would just definitely destroy the sellability of my channel. You know, I mean, what would I do with an ugly cat on my channel? I mean, I don't have
right.
Hey, Tom.
Yep.
I have a lineage question for you.
Yes.
After the horrendous April Fool's joke that they did, since people that were affected by it, since the people who were affected by it know a little bit more about it, do you think these people will be prepared for the next one?
I know a lot of people refuse to run any updates around anywhere from mid-March to mid-April. Running updates on Lineage is dangerous. So that's kind of where the case. So yeah, you find that numerous cases of that. And that's kind of the thing, is most people that are aware of what they do just don't run updates in that period of time. And that's why I wasn't impacted by that either, is because I don't run updates just because there's an update. I hold back on updates for a while.
Yeah. So
which is why I like Debian so much.
So basically what you're saying is you just hold back on updates until coast is clear.
Yes.
Okay. The one thing I've always wondered is, why would they even think of doing that in the first place? What was their immediate intention?
Immature fools. I have no idea. And I think it's because a lot of people working in that type of industry, what ends up happening is they're so connected to their project, and they all have multiple different phones, and they all just think that everyone that uses a custom ROM like Lineage, they're just, they would think that that's funny, and it's not, because phones in a production environment. There's people that have these phones with them in business meetings, and you're supposed to turn the phone off for a business meeting, and all of a sudden a loud goat goes off. That's a problem.
It is. It really is. And to summarize something that you said, people use a phone much differently than they use a computer.
Yeah.
All right, 5-minute warning. I'm gonna go Betty bye.
I'm gonna have
last.
I gotta eat something before I go to bed.
Me too.
Maybe. Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Maybe some Vegemite will cure your hunger.
Oh,
yeah, you're right. If I eat a spoon,
it would definitely cure it. All right, yeah.
You eat a spoonful of it, you throw up for 3 days. You definitely don't want to eat.
Yep.
That or it kills you. And who cares about food at that point?
I've extensively researched this, and it is really an Australian thing. The kids over there get that right when they're able to eat solid food.
Wow.
And
maybe that's what gives them their accent.
How or why, but they say they.
Crikey, what is this freaking thing? Hey.
And the stuff comes from the UK Meramite, which back in the early days of the 20th century, during World War II, the Meramite was cut off from being shipped to Australia. So Australia came up with this Vegemite stuff.
Basically a replacement.
To replace it. And because the beer was drafted much differently from being in a different part of the world, the Vegemite has a different taste to it.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
I feel like I'm watching History Channel now. With all
The
this
Meramites taste even worse.
You know what?
The Meramite. It sounds like a race of people on Star Trek. Don't eat the Meramites.
It sounds like a brand of chewing tobacco.
Wow.
You will learn more here by accident than elsewhere by design, folks.
It seems that way. Well, I do have the word total in the title. Total, get it? Yeah.
Hey Tom, Spin Viking has a question. Says he's intrigued about the Mint Debian edition. How long is a support cycle? That just follows Debian's.
Yeah.
Debian support cycle, doesn't it?
It follows Debian. So, what I would say is, I mean, the current one that's on there is still good, albeit it has a lot of old software. But they're going to be releasing a new one, so I'd probably say 3 to 5 years at least.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, right before the Vegemite spoils is when you change Debian. So, anyway,
that stuff doesn't spoil.
That's really.
It doesn't. There's no date on it.
Mine has a date on it.
It's nuclear waste, is what it is. Okay.
It ages like milk.
Like motor oil.
God.
Well, guys, it's been fun, but I'm getting off here, okay?
Yeah. All right.
All right, Toss, Tom, and see you guys later.
Have a good one. Take care. Thanks.
Take care.
All right. Doesn't look like we have any more questions in the chat.
Best before January of 19.
Of what year?
1945.
That's what it says. So,
oh man,
I'm assuming 2019.
Okay. I would
think it's best before that.
2025.
I don't know, man. I think it's gone bad because I can smell it from here, Dan. I don't know.
What is that?
I got a smell-o-phone.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a new app. Yeah.
Great.
Smell-o-phone. Well, it's midnight. 11:59. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, Toss.
And yeah,
I'm about ready to turn into a pumpkin too.
So yes, I've had my saltwater tacky. I've had my tranquilizer taffy to put me to sleep. So I'm feeling good. So
awesome.
This was fun as always. Thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you here in the group on Hangouts. Always a pleasure.
And thank you for having us.
Always
thank you, Toss.
Yeah, hey Toss, want to stay on for a minute after you turn it off live?
Yeah, okay. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll catch you probably next week, okay? In the chat. Thank you.
Good, guys.
Okay, all right.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Later.